As we approach the end of 2018, it's time to reflect and look back at all the games that came out this year and start thinking about what our game of the year is. I, for one, don't know what I'm going to pick yet, but I do have a few in mind, as I'm sure you guys do as well. It's fair to say that this year was pretty damn good when it came to AAA games. I'd say the PS4 was definitely at the top. There were games that made us feel things in 2018. I felt like there were games that had me thinking about it when I wasn't playing. And that's always a good thing. That's something that comes to my mind when I think about Game of the Year. It's not always objective. It's not always what is the best combat, what is the best music, what is the best graphics. Sometimes it's really what had me thinking about it all day. All those other things are important and they do play a factor as far as graphics, sound, design, bosses, all of that stuff. It is important, but still, there are times where games just stand out because, man, they just really made me feel some type of way. God of War definitely comes to mind when it's about, you know, games that impact me in a certain way, games that actually get me a little teary-eyed, or they give me the chills. They make me feel like, man, this is something else. This is on a whole other level. Detroit actually did this a little bit as well. Now, would Detroit be Game of the Year? Probably not. But it's definitely a game that comes to mind when I think about 2018 and what I'll remember from it. The story, the characters. Really, I think 2018 was great for characters. Think about Spider-Man and the character development that went on there. God of War, like I just mentioned, the characters in that game, amazing. Now I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2, and I'm feeling that all over again. These characters in 2018 really stand out, and that's one thing I think I can give to 2018 as far as making it better than last year, because I ultimately think last year was better overall, but when it comes to the characters, I think 2018 has it down. So many great character developments that went on this year, I can't praise it enough. We also saw the return of the 2D platformers. They went a little wild this year. We had The Messenger, we had Chasm, we had Guacamelee 2. The platforming was real this year, and that's something I'm going to remember as well. When it comes to platformers, difficult games, I feel like 2018 really stands out. And speaking of Guacamelee 2, this game really impressed me this year. It's one of my favorites. I loved the music, I loved the gameplay, the challenge. Guacamelee 2 was a nice surprise for me, a sleeper hit, and I'm so glad I was able to play it and then also go back to the first game. That was my experience during the summer this year, just some of the games I was able to dabble with. This, The Messenger, Chasm, Death's Gambit really took me on a ride of challenge and almost pulling my hair out. But at the end of the day, had a great time, and I highly recommend Guacamelee 2, man. It was a great game. Celeste was another one. Very challenging game. One of the few I played on the Switch this year. But great music, great gameplay, awesome game. So yeah, the multiplats, pretty good this year. Overall, I felt like there were some games this year that were must-plays. These multiplats obviously are very important. We can play them anywhere. Most of us did. And when it comes to the exclusive side of things, like I said, Sony really held it down this year and shined. Xbox, you know, not so much, but there was Forza Horizon 4, which really took me by another surprise. Even though I played the one prior, I liked it, enjoyed it. I felt like Forza Horizon 4 just gripped me in a different way and actually made me want to keep playing. And so that's something. And for me, who doesn't really play a lot of racing games, it stood out. So Forza Horizon 4 definitely on the Xbox side shined. And when it comes to Nintendo, that's where I fall off a bit. Last year was a different story. I was playing Zelda, I was playing Mario Rabbids, I was playing Mario, of course, and these other games, and it was just a whole different story. This year, not much went on the Switch for me. I didn't really play it too much, so that was a bit of a disappointment, but I know many of you were playing games on it. Octopath Traveler for one. What else? What else came out? Kirby. There are a few others, but I'm waiting for something more. I'm waiting for that Metroid. I'm waiting for that Luigi's Mansion 3. Hopefully next year brings us some great games. I'm looking forward to it. And as we do look to next year, I just cannot wait. 2019 is going to be another great year. I can feel it in my bones. I know just based on certain games I'm interested in, like Sekiro, Code Vein, which was delayed from this year, possibly Neo 2, The Last of Us 2. These games that are coming out, man, it's gonna be a great way to end this generation, as we, you know, can assume it's gonna end pretty soon. Yeah, man, games. What else is there to say? It's been great. Let's think about our game of the year. I'll probably do a game of the year video as far as naming what's the best game that I played. I'll probably give like a top 10 or something like that. Thanks for watching this video, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you're thinking is going to be your game of the year. Are you done? Are you done playing all the games that you have to play, or you still got more to go? It's not over yet, but it's coming up quick. Thanks again for watching, guys, and I will catch you in my next video. Peace.